This is why we shouldn't trust hedge funds. Hedge funds who are buying and definitely hedge funds who are selling, because what happened today with Madrid Capital, who actually bought the 8.5 million shares from AMC and then directly sold it to the market, and then they're now telling the clients that you shouldn't buy AMC because it's massively overvalued. Okay, so this is an article from Seeking Alpha. Madrid Capital quickly jettisons AMC stake, calling shares massively overvalued. So they did bought, they bought the 8.5 million shares from AMC, the company itself, and then they immediately sold it. All right. So I think they bought it around maybe 27.12, and probably they sold it today, maybe pre-market. I have no idea, but they sold it today. Well, now they're saying that they sold the shares after paying $230 million. Okay. But at the same time, Modric is telling clients that AMC is massively overvalued. Well, here is what I'm looking. So they're saying the truth about AMC is that AMC is not a turnaround story. The company has extremely diluted its shareholders in recent months in order to sustain its losses, but there is still a risk that it won't be able to financially recover due to the weak state of the industry in which it competes. Well, people have been telling this for months with the oil sector, with the airline sector. Well, guess what? Stock prices of those two sectors are now back to pre-pandemic levels. So this is completely BS. This is completely BS. How come will you do a quick swing on a stock and make a bunch of millions, and then you prevent your clients from buying AMC? Well, because you already know. You already know that you look bad. You are hedging. You're hedge funds. How will other hedge funds look you? Like a trader, okay? So to me, it doesn't surprise me, but it tells us that we should really be careful about all the hedges, either those buying, either those selling, because they are in here just for the money. And because they are in here just for the money, they don't care about the rest. They don't care about anything else. So that's why we need to really be vigilant. And in the meantime, this is definitely going to turn like hedge funds versus hedge funds, okay? And on one side you're going to have the hedge funds, and the other side you're going to have Citadel, because they are the biggest hedge fund shorting AMC. And because they're not covering, they're still doubling down, even tripling down, guys. Again, guys, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Like, man, you come on a thing, you make money, and then not to look bad with your peers, the other hedges, you're telling your clients not to buy. Well, if it was the case, what did you buy to begin with? See my point? So it tells the narrative around putting AMC down and preventing people from buying, but it's too late. It's too late for that, because 8.5 million shares being scooped on a day like this and still finishing above 22%. The buying pressure is so high. The market is like scooping all the shares because people are itching to buy AMC stock, and it's not even the end. Okay, and the more we buy, well, guess what? It's going to be harder and harder, and margin calls are going to knock on the doors of the hedges at a point. Sooner rather than later, they will be forced. At least the brokers will be forced to uncut the ties. Okay, to cut ties with the hedges, because they will not want to go down with the hedge funds. So that doesn't change anything for us, the apes. Okay, we still need to hold and buy more if you can afford to, because FOMO is our best friend at this moment. My 2 cents.